Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Nanda Yuma Rafi. I'm from Nashubala University, Jakarta. Here I want to present my answer in final exam on image processing. For the number one is the question, what is definition of digital image? The digital image is an image that's stored in binary form and divided into a matrix of pixels. In order to translate the image into number, it is divided into small areas called pixels or picture elements. And the next question is, what is basic three steps of image processing? Actually, there are three steps. First is importing the image via image acquisition tools. Second is analyzing and manipulating the image. And the last is output, in which result can be altered image or report that is based on image analysis. And the last is, what is Python? Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, and high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. And actually, Python is used for data analysis. And the next question or next number for number two is explain three libraries for image processing using Python. The first library is OpenCV. OpenCV is one of the most popular and widely used libraries for image processing and computer vision. And this oral library can be used with many programming languages like C, C++, Python, Java, but the library of Python bindings is the most popular one. And the next is Pillow. Pillow is an image processing library for Python derived from the PIL or the Python Imaging Library. Although it is not as powerful and fast as OpenCV, it can be used for simple image manipulation works like cropping, resizing, rotating, and grayscaling. And the last is SimpleCV. SimpleCV is a Python framework that uses computer vision libraries like OpenCV. This library is quite simple and easy to use and can be really helpful for quick prototyping. And the next question is, please mention three transformations of images. There are three transformations of images. First is resizing, next is translation, and the last is rotation. And the next question is, please mention low-level image processing algorithms. Here, the first is edge detection, segmentation, classification, feature detection, and the last is matching. And the next question for number three is, what is definition of OpenCV? OpenCV is open source computer vision library. It's an open source computer vision and machine learning software library. And furthermore, OpenCV was built to provide a common infrastructure for computer vision applications and to accelerate the use of machine perception in the commercial products. The next is, what is the definition of pixel? A pixel is the smallest unit of a digital image or graphic that can be displayed and represented on a digital display device. And the next is convolution. A convolution is an operation with which we can merge two arrays by multiplying them. These arrays could be of different size, and the only condition, however, is that the dimensions should be the same for both arrays. That's for the convolution. And the next is multi-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array is an array of arrays, or each pixel is characterized by its x, y coordinates and its value. And digital images are characterized by matrix size, pixel depth, and resolution. And the matrix size is determined from the number of the columns or m and the number of rows or n of the image matrix or m multiplied by n. That's for the multidimensional array. The next is transformation. Transformation is or can be applied to an image to convert it from one domain to another. Image transformations typically involve the manipulation of multiple bands of data, whether from a single multispectral image or from two or more images of the same area acquired at different times. And the next is, what is the definition of filtering? Filtering is a technique for modifying or enhancing an image. For example, you can filter an image to emphasize certain features or remove other features. The next is feature selection. Feature selection is the process of reducing the number of input variables when developing a predictive model. It is desirable to reduce the number of input variables to both reduce the computational cost of modeling and, in some cases, to improve the performance of the model. That's for the feature selection. And the last is matrix. Matrix is an image is an array or a matrix of square pixels or picture elements arranged in columns and rows. So basically, matrix is image that arranges or image that contain columns and rows. That's for matrix. That's for matrix. And the next is number 4. The question is, what is 2D convolution? Convolution is performed by multiplying and accumulating the instantaneous values of the overlapping samples corresponding to two input signals, one of which is flipped. And that's for the 2D convolution. The next question is, what is bins, dims, range based on histogram terminology? The bins shows the number of pixels for every pixel value from 0 to 255, and dims is the number of parameters for which we collect the data, and range is the range of intensity of values you want to measure. Next question is, what is process of deletion? Expands the image pixels that used for expanding an element A by using structuring elements B. So it increases the white region in the image or size of foreground object increases. That is deletion. Next question is, what is the difference between RGB and HSV? The HSV model describes color similarly to how the human eye tends to perceive color, and the RGB defines color in terms of a combination of primary colors, which is red, green, and blue. And the last number is number 5. The question is, please explain the method mentioned below with its brief definition, strengths, and weakness for processing data. The first algorithm is candy edge detection. Candy edge detection, or CED, is an edge detection operator commonly used by most image feature extraction or IFE algorithm and image processing applications. The advantage of CED is the presence of Gaussian filter allows removing of any noise in an image. And the disadvantage of this method is it is difficult to implement to reach the real-time response. The next method is Harris corner detection. The Harris corner detection is a corner detection operator that is commonly used in computer vision algorithm to extract corners and infer features of an image. The advantage is powerful stability in noisy image, and the disadvantage is need to set a different threshold for each image. And the last method is HAAR cascade. It is a machine learning based approach in which a cascade function is trained from a lot of positivity and negativity image. It is then used to detect objects in other image. And the advantage is very fast at computing, and the disadvantage is tend to be prone to false positive detections. That's for the final exam question and my answer. I think that's all for me, and thank you.